Size matters when it comes to dumpster rentals. Waste disposal is something that most people don't generally consider much if they can help it. A lot of people tend to see it as tedious, complicated, and fairly unpleasant. However, the fact remains that the more thought you put into the way you dispose of your waste, the less trouble you'll have doing it. You can save more time, spend less money, and keep your hands much cleaner by thinking critically about the way you approach your waste removal, no matter where you live. One of the most practical and cost-effective solutions for waste management is dumpster rentals. Dumpster rentals provide several advantages over other forms of waste management. For example, compare renting a roll-off dumpster to hiring a company to pick up and remove your waste for you. If you call a company, you'll have to arrange for them to visit you at a given time. If something in your schedule changes at the last minute, that can cause inconveniences. Furthermore, full-service waste removal is often more expensive than hiring a roll-off dumpster. At least it is when you fill your dumpster efficiently. It should go without saying that dumpster rental is also more efficient than trying to load all your junk in the back of a vehicle and drive it to the nearest landfill or transfer station by yourself. However, just because dumpster rental is one of the easiest ways to clean up after finishing a project, doesn't mean that it will instantly take care of all your waste for you. Dumpster rental offers you more flexibility and control than other methods, but because of this, it requires you to think critically and make smart choices. It will also require you to know about the dumpsters available to you. For example, their size and why it matters. To help you, we have laid out a detailed explanation of the role size plays in a successful dumpster rental. Read on and discover more than you ever wanted to know about dumpster rental size and why it's important. Is dumpster size really important? In a word, yes. A lot of people take a simplistic view of dumpster rental. They see waste disposal as a menial task that couldn't possibly require too much thought. Thinking this way is a somewhat elitist attitude, and it can cost you. To make sure that your dumpster rental experience is as safe, affordable, and stress-free as can be, make sure you pay close attention and consider factors like dumpster size. Why bigger isn't always better. Another common misconception is that a larger dumpster will always be a better one. People reason that a bigger dumpster will allow them to pack in more material, therefore providing them with a quick way to solve all their waste disposal problems at once. However, this is far from the most efficient way to rent a dumpster. There are several reasons for this, and they relate to factors like cost as well as general convenience. How a big dumpster can cost you: paying for space. There are several ways that a dumpster can cost you if it's larger than the size you need it to be. The first way depends on the pricing model that your chosen rental company uses. Contrary to some assumptions, dumpster rental companies don't all charge their customers in the same way. Some companies charge based on the amount of time the dumpster stays in your possession. Companies like Junk King prefer to charge based on the amount of space your material takes up in the dumpster when they come to collect it at the end of your rental period. If you've decided to rent from a company with a similar pricing model, you may not have to worry too much about leasing a dumpster that's too large. However, be advised that many companies charge based on the weight of the dumpster at pickup. If you rent from a company whose prices vary according to weight, you'll want to avoid renting a dumpster that's too large for your needs. The reason for this is simple. Larger dumpsters are heavier dumpsters. Why pay for weight that you don't need when a smaller dumpster could easily fit all your material inside of it? Big dumpster costs. Part 2. Accessibility issues. There's another way that overly large dumpsters can cost you. Specifically, large dumpsters have the potential to pose problems when it comes to placement. Placement problems can be stressful, and they can even be expensive. We'll explain how placement limitations can cost you more than just your patience. First, remember that your dumpster service needs to come and pick up the container once your rental period has ended. Because of this, it's essential for your dumpster to be in a highly accessible place. Dropping a dumpster off and taking it away requires specific equipment, and that equipment must be able to travel onto and off of your property. Make sure that your service can easily access your property during drop-off, and that nothing occupies the path they took when it comes time for them to pick it up again. If there are problems that make pickup impossible, some companies may charge you late fees. You may be thinking that you can avoid the issue of accessibility by putting your dumpster in front of your home, but think again. Depending on the city and state in which you live, such a strategy may be illegal. In most major cities, rental dumpsters are not permitted to occupy any public right-of-way. A public right-of-way refers to any public property that facilitates transportation, and the term applies liberally to areas like roads, sidewalks, and paths. You can check with your local government to make sure, but it's always safe to assume that your dumpster should be on property that you own or rent. If the stipulations mentioned above make it seem difficult or impossible to place your rental dumpster, don't worry. It's anything but. There's an easy place for you to store your rental container that helps you avoid permit issues and lets your service retrieve it easily. Your driveway. Driveways are the ideal place to keep dumpsters that can fit onto them, which makes sizing even more important. Make sure you choose a dumpster that can be accommodated by your driveway, and you should be able to avoid any placement issues and their resultant costs. Junk King offers dumpsters in a standard 8 by 12 foot size with a storage space of 12 cubic meters. We've designed our roll-off dumpsters to strike a unique balance. They're intended to be large enough to store material easily without being too cumbersome so that you can arrange for their collection and removal with ease. Size does matter. Dumpster rentals have the potential to save you incredible amounts of time, energy, and money. But to take full advantage of their benefits, you need to know something about them. Be sure to research any dumpster service you're considering and make sure the size of the dumpsters they offer will be convenient and realistic for meeting your needs. If you choose a company that offers you useful options, you can eliminate the risk of breaking the law and avoid late fees caused by poor planning. You may even be able to reduce the cost of your rental relative to other companies that offer larger products. One of the best things about hiring Junk King is that we recycle much of the material we pick up. This is proof of our commitment to being an eco-friendly removal service. If you have questions about what we do or what we believe, give us a call at 1-888-888-JUNK.